So let me walk you through the AeroPress and essentially what it does. So this is the main tube, and this is the plunger. There's a paper filter at the bottom that goes on this little screen. You screw that on to this, dump your coffee in the top, pour your hot water in, and you stick the AeroPress on top of your coffee mug, and make sure it's a sturdy mug because you're going to be pushing down on this thing. And then you take the plunger, water and coffee already in there, put it in there, and then push down. My water has come to a boil. It's cooling off, should be ready to go in a couple seconds. I put the paper filter into this little bottom piece, screw that on to the bottom of the AeroPress. It's going to go on top of my coffee mug. And now, in terms of the grounds, I've been using more of a coarse ground, you know, something like you would use for a French press. So I take this little funnel that they provide, throw that on top, and now I can dump my grinds in without getting them all over the place. The grounds off of that. Shake this around, make sure the grounds are level, and now I start pouring in my water. I kind of turn it just enough to let the grounds bloom. You'll start to see the coffee dripping down through the filter, that's fine. And now I'm going to fill it with water. Now coffee is still coming down to the bottom. Again, that's fine. That's what I'm kind of expecting. Bring the water all the way to the lip. Let that come down a little bit. Now I can put my plunger in. If you notice at the bottom, the coffee has almost stopped dripping completely. So what's happening is all this coffee can now sit in here and steep, just like it would in a French press or in the reverse method that a lot of other people use. So I just let this sit here for a minute, and once that's done, I'll make the coffee. Okay, now the grounds have steeped for a bit. It's time to start pushing the plunger down. I'm not really adding any pressure to this. I'm just using the weight of my arms to push this down. You don't want to go too fast. And if you have problems pushing this down, more than likely you may have made the grounds a little too fine. What I've noticed is the finer the grounds, the harder it is to push through this. And if you're doing this, use a strong cup because you are pushing down on this, and put it on a steady surface. I tried doing this one time on the grates of the stove and almost knocked the whole thing on the floor. One other interesting thing they sell for this is a mesh filter that goes in the bottom of this rather than using paper filters. So this came with 350 paper filters. I think that's good for now. Apparently you can rinse them out. I haven't yet, but you know, we'll see. Once I'm done with these paper filters, I may give the little mesh thing a try. Okay, so we're almost at the bottom. You know you've gotten to the very bottom when you're pushing down, you hear a little air escape through. Yep, there it is. Give it one last push, let this sit for a second. There's still some coffee dripping out. Now the one thing they tell you to do right after you're done making the coffee is to clean this out. You don't want the ground staying in there, and it makes life a lot easier. So, grab a paper towel, and the cleaning process is actually very simple. It's perfect for RV life. All I do, take my paper towel, grab the top, and all the coffee grounds are below that filter. Just pop the little puck into the garbage. Make sure I have this wiped down, and then just take my paper towel and wipe off the rest of the grounds. Every couple days or that, I will go through and actually clean off the plunger a little bit more thoroughly. That's really about it. It's very easy to clean, very easy to use, and the net result is a fantastic cup of coffee. Oh man, that's good.